Okay, this is a review about the recent movie The Theory of Everything, which is about the life of famed astrophysicist Stephen Hawking. Uh, I should probably make it in several, 2, 3 parts because I've been trying to make it. I've tried to make this video twice already, and some technical glitch keeps interrupting the recording. So it's called The Theory of Everything because that's basically the premise of Stephen Hawking's life's work, which is to come up with a theory or an equation that will unify the different forces in the universe, from those that operate on the grandest of scales, which is gravity, to those that operate on the subatomic scale, like the weak and strong nuclear forces. And as yet this has not been achieved, and we've been reading about several different pioneering theories that have been proposed through the decades, like string theory and so forth, but as yet no theory has been able to bring all these forces together. But this is a story that's told through the relationship of Stephen Hawking with his first wife and their so-called love story, although now they're divorced and he's remarried. He married his live-in nurse, whom his wife hired to take care of him because initially she'd had some help from, of all people, a piano tutor, a music tutor whom she met, I guess, through a need to get out of the house, because if you watch this movie you'll see that the burden on the poor woman was immense, taking care of a man who, briefly after their marriage, was basically unable to do even the most basic of things. And as we know it, as we've been following the progression of his disease over the decades, he started out having, well, he started out from full mobility when he was a student in Cambridge, if I'm not mistaken, to now, I believe, losing even the movement of his little finger with which he operated the computer, the voice generator, and the language processor. So imagine the immense burden on that woman, and it's impossible to fault her for leaning on another man. And amazingly, this story is being told in a very candid but respectful way. I believe that it was screened for Stephen Hawking after completion. I think he had mixed feelings, but another issue is that why allow his life to be made into a movie? I mean, he's one of the most important scientific figures of this and the previous century, and one has to ask oneself, why would he allow this movie to be made, especially since it focuses on some of the most embarrassing parts of his life and the most sensational, but not the most important part of his life, which is his science, which is his life's work, and which will be, well, I have to stop here and upload this part and continue in the next segment, because I'm afraid I'm going to lose this part again.